down on another stack of them, then it's straight back to the flask again. I can't help stop what's happening. On the wrong track, yeah, I'm back again. Up shit's creek and I'm paddling. Blacked out room and I'm traveling. Good ideas, I'm liking them. I'm too fucked up, now I'm babbling. Wonder how to fix these damages, all these goddamn damages. Cover myself with bandages from all these damn damages. Wonder how to fix these damages, all these goddamn damages. Cover myself with bandages from all these goddamn damages. You know I can take you straight. The sunlight hurts my eyes.
This video is brought to you by The Way Movement, a career path for YouTubers. For more, visit tgn.tv. What is going on, guys? This is ITZ Padwani for TGN FPS, the #1 spot you should go if you want to see the latest first-person shooters that are available to us, the members of the interweb. Today I'm bringing you a game of Call of Duty 4, the old school, best Call of Duty ever made, Call of Duty 4. This is Pipeline, playing some ground war domination, 9v9 style. I'm not going to ruin the score, but I tear it up a little. I'm using the stock AK, meaning, you know, nothing on it, no attachments or anything, because there were very limited attachments in this game. You had red dot, you had ACOG, you had silencer, and that was it. And you had your noob cube, obviously. I'm running Bandolier, Stopping Power, Dead Silence, probably my stock perks. Bandolier is just like Scavenger in the sense where you start with max ammo. You don't get to pick up extra ammo though. Stopping Power just adds bullet damage, and Dead Silence is, well, same thing as Modern Warfare 3. Dead Silence lets your footsteps be silent. Now, they don't make them like they used to. They really don't. This game is still boss. It is still the best Call of Duty ever made. So many people still agree. And it's sad to see exactly the decline in Call of Duty. Now, I know, at least for Infinity Ward, they lost like 95% of the original developers that were working, that made Call of Duty 4. So that's why you don't see, you know, the originality in maps, the originality in like skins, perks, etc., etc. The weapon balance isn't there anymore because, you know, back in the day you saw a whole variety of weapons. You saw the AK, you saw the M16, you saw the M4, the G36. I loved the G3 back in the day, and I had a buddy that had a modded controller, and me and him just did a friendly 1v1 on Shipment, and oh, Shipment, love that map. But, you know, GT versus G3, he had a mod, I didn't, and that was back before there were fire rate caps on guns, so you could pretty much free reign single shots without having a modded controller, and it was a blast. You know, this was the first map that actually had DLC, and they, if you guys don't know, Creek, the second or third DLC on Call of Duty 4, was actually a fan-made map. They had not an editing contest, but a map creation contest on the PC, and Creek was the winner. I'm not saying it's a bad map, it's a good map. I've gotten some good games on there. Remember back in the day I was playing with my buddy Sam, who I know is FSK Slayer, who I may or may not do a video with in the future. Love the kid, I've known him for years, since back Halo 2. And we were playing Search up on Creek, and I was following behind him, and I'm like, Sam, watch out, you have a Claymore behind you. So he turns around, he's like, what? He turns around and backpedals into a fucking Claymore, and I'm just sitting there, like, laughing. And, you know, it's memories like this. Like, this game is so dynamic, so unique. It's simple, there's no balance issues, there's no spawn issues. You know, kill streaks were brand new. There were only 3 kill streaks, they weren't customizable. This was the first game with perks, first game with create a class. And, you know, they brought in all these new game modes, like Ground War, Hardcore, stuff like that. And, you know, all of us were used to, like, if you guys remember Call of Duty 3, you know, they had 4 classes. It was, like, the Assault class, the SMG class, the Sniper class, and then, like, the Shotgun Medic class. And then, no, the Medic class was, like, the Carbine. I remember the Carbine, the M4 Carbine, like the old Assault single-shot semi-auto rifle, back in COD 3. And, oh, that gun. But, you know, like, COD 3 had kill streaks, but it wasn't, like, legitimate kill streaks. It was like, okay, you had ranks. You had, like, rank 1, rank 2, rank 3. And if you got, like, rank 3, your kill streak would be charged faster. Like, for instance, with a sniper, you had, like, an artillery strike. And that's the only one I remember, because I sniped a lot. But, you know, you compare COD 3 to COD 4, and there's just so many good changes in COD 4 that they improved from COD 3. And then you look at what we have now in Modern Warfare 3 compared to COD 4, and it's like, you know, what did they do, you know, what did they do wrong? And I go on a tear, I get my 10 kill streak, get one knife, and sit down, and sit down, and sit down. I don't know where that other guy went, and then I was out of ammo anyway, so I kind of died. But it's just kind of like, you know, what happened? I mean, I know Infinity Ward lost 95% of the original developers. They just kind of got up, said, fuck this, and walked out. And it's sad because they created this. You know, they created probably one of the most legendary first-person shooters that we will know in our time. And for anyone that says, you know, oh, Modern Warfare 3 or Black Ops was better or Modern Warfare 2 was better, you have obviously not played this game. You never played this game in its prime. Because there's more people out there that will agree when I say Call of Duty 4 is currently the best Call of Duty made and probably one of the best rival shooters next to Counter-Strike. And maybe a couple others that I cannot remember off the top of my head right now. But one of the best Call of Duties and one of the best shooters in our lifetime. Now, I know there are a couple better ones out there, like I said, like Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike is still huge and it's older than COD 4. And I'll give its credit where its credit is due. But back in the day, I'm gonna keep getting on this, but back in the day, you know, we didn't have these problems. We didn't have modding, we didn't have boosting, we didn't have people cheating. It was all about fun. You know, this is when like montages and trick shotting started. Back when, you know, quick scoping started. You know, if anyone played Call of Duty 4, if anyone remembers the bounces, you know, there were bounces on certain levels where if you guys ever played Halo 2 and you remember the super bounces in Halo 2, it's pretty much similar to that. You would like jump from spot A to spot B, and if you hit spot B in like the right spot, you would just go flying through the air. And people used to do a lot of trick shots off those. Like you see people doing, you know, like the notorious Showdown bounce, which is probably the easiest one to hit. If you go onto Showdown, or not Showdown, is it Showdown? I think so. It's the one. It's the one of the maps they brought back into Modern Warfare 2. So it's the one with the giant statue and all the buildings, and yeah, that one. But if you jumped from like one sandbag near the statue to the other, you would bounce, and people used to do like 720s off of that and stuff. And like I said, that's when montages and stuff started. But, you know, I just wanted to go back and see if I had that same feeling towards this game that I did back in the day. And I did. And I actually had a better feeling towards this game. I had more fun in this game now than I did back then, probably because I haven't played it in so long. And, you know, I didn't change any of my classes. I didn't, you know, try any of the old guns. I used my standard guns that I used back in the day. None of my classes have changed since the last time I played this back in, like, 2006. And it's still a good game. If you guys haven't picked up COD 4 or haven't played it in a while, put it back in. Play to your heart's content, because it is still a blast. It's still the same game we remember. Nothing has changed, and that's what I like about it. This game has still stayed consistent. The value of this game, the entertainment value of this game is still the same. And like I said, no one will argue with me when I say that this game is the best Call of Duty made. I would love to see a lot of these maps return in some future Call of Duty, because the dynamic maps in this game were awesome. You know, there were a couple issues with like being able to glitch into walls and stuff in certain spots, but you know that was really it. We didn't have like this whole overpowered gun thing. We didn't have, like I said, boosting. We didn't have modding back in the day. Modding didn't really show up until like middle of Modern Warfare 2, and it's just. It's a lovable game. It's one of those memorable games that, you know, 20, 30 years down the road, whenever someone reminds you, be like, oh, you know, did you ever play COD 4 when you were growing up? It's like, oh, COD 4, I remember that game, man. That game's awesome, or what, you know, whatever. And like I said, if you haven't played it, you definitely got to pick this game up. You have to at least, you know, pick it up, play through a couple levels. I remember, I was terrible when I first got this game. I really was, and I hit 10th prestige. I have like a 1.9 KD. My win loss was like a 0.7. I have all my gold guns though, you know, and that was the thing. They had camos. They had, you know, the challenge system was new and all this stuff. But, you know, and the sad thing is we all know that we'll never get something like this again. There's my final score, 16-17. I'm ITZPad1E, 14 FPS. Make sure you sub to us if you want some quality FPS content. I'm out of here. Peace. This video is brought to you by The Way Movement, a career path for YouTubers. For more, visit tgn.tv.
online. Our flag is back. Airstrike standing by.
Вы в зоне поражения, берегитесь.
Friendly AGM online. UAV recon standing by. Repeat, UAV recon. UAV online. Counter UAV is up. We have the enemy flagged. Half time. Our flag returned. Enemy took our flag. Enemy UAV spotted. Advanced UAV ready for deployment. Enemy flag down. We have the enemy flag. Time's almost up. Interrupt their flag.